All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to talk about something that impacts literally every part of our lives: financial intelligence. And I've got some great news for you right at the start. This is not some secret code you're either born knowing or not. It's a skill. And just like any other skill, it's something you can build, you can practice, and you can get really, really good at. So, let me ask you something right off the bat. What do you think really moves the needle when it comes to financial success? Is it the size of your paycheck, or is it knowing what to do with the money you have, no matter how much or how little that is? You might be surprised by the answer, and it's really the big idea we're going to explore today. So here's our game plan, our blueprint for how we're going to build this thing. First, we'll figure out what financial intelligence even is. Then, we'll lay the foundation by getting to know our money. After that, we'll draw up the plans by setting goals, get our mindset right, and finally, we'll talk about creating assets for the future. Sound good? Let's get to it. First up, let's lay the cornerstone for this whole structure. What are we even talking about when we say financial intelligence? Let's break it down. Okay, so check out the key words here: conscious decisions and balance. This isn't about just making more money, and it's not about being cheap and never spending anything. It's about being deliberate. It's the skill of making smart, intentional choices with everything: earning, spending, saving, and investing, so you can actually build the life you want. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It really gets to the heart of the matter. You could be earning a massive salary and still be a financial wreck if you don't have the skills to manage it. It's not about the number on your paycheck, it's about your behavior. It's about turning your money into a tool that works for you, not the other way around. So now that we know what we're building, it's time to pour the concrete foundation. And when it comes to your finances, that foundation is actually pretty simple. It's all about truly knowing where your money is going. It all starts with this incredibly simple but powerful idea of cash flow: what's coming in and what's going out. That's it. And look, this isn't about judging yourself for that morning coffee or a night out. It's just about getting clarity. Because if you don't know these two numbers, you're basically flying blind. And this right here is the game changer. That clarity gives you control. Once you can actually see where your money is going, you're empowered. You start to notice the little impulse buys that aren't really making you happy, and you can start to build those healthy habits that lead to real, long-term stability. Okay, our foundation is solid. Now it's time to start putting up the walls. You know, a pile of lumber isn't a house. You need a blueprint. It's the exact same thing with your money. You need a plan. And that plan doesn't have to be complicated. It really boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you've got to know what you're building towards. Get really clear on your goals. Second, you have to build in a safety net, an emergency fund for when life happens. And third, you direct your money where it matters most by organizing it around your true priorities. And what's the biggest payoff from having a plan? Honestly, it's not just about the numbers in your bank account. It's this: a massive reduction in financial stress. A good plan brings a sense of calm and control into your life. And that peace of mind, well, that's priceless. Now for a part of the construction that often gets ignored: the internal wiring. We can have a perfect foundation and a brilliant blueprint, but if our mindset, the smart wiring, is faulty, the whole structure is at risk. You've got this battle going on inside your head all the time. There's your rational brain, which totally gets concepts like compound interest and inflation. It knows the logical move. But then there's your emotional brain, and man, is it powerful. It's the part that gets scared during a market downturn or way too excited during a boom. It's the part that sees a friend's vacation photos on Instagram and suddenly feels pressure to spend. So, real financial intelligence is about building the discipline to let your rational brain drive the car, especially when the emotional side wants to grab the wheel. It's about learning to pause when you feel that pressure, whether it's coming from a scary news headline, a tempting sale, or one of those get-rich-quick schemes that sound too good to be true. All right, our financial house is really taking shape. The structure is strong, the wiring is smart. Now it's time for the final piece. Let's put the roof on this thing. This is all about protecting your future by creating assets. So, what in the world is an asset? Well, think of it like this. It's anything that puts money into your pocket without you having to actively trade your hours for it. Things like investments or a business that can run without you. This is the big mental shift from only working for your money to making your money start working for you. This right here, this is the end game. This is the key to unlocking real long-term freedom and security. Think about it. Every dollar you invest is like sending a tiny employee out into the world to work 24/7 to earn more money for you. And the benefits of doing this are absolutely life-changing. We're not just talking about numbers on a screen. We're talking about building a future that gives you the security to handle anything life throws at you, the freedom to choose how you spend your precious time, and ultimately, a much richer quality of life. So let's bring it all home with this final, essential truth. If there is one thing I want you to walk away with today, it's this. You are not good with money or bad with money. That's not a thing. Financial intelligence is a skill that you learn. You learn it through practice, through education, and by making conscious decisions one day at a time. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Your money, it's just a tool. That's all it is, like a hammer or a saw. It doesn't have a plan of its own. You are the architect. You are the builder. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?